I want to tell you this. When you're trying to decide if the guy's for you or not, always follow your first intuition. If your first mind tells you no, then it's no. The Next Door Podcast. Welcome back to the Next Door Podcast. I am Bestie Next Door, and I'm like your bestie next door. If you like your tea to be extra, extra sweet, then this place is not for you, because we like our tea to be sweet and bitter. Sweet enough that it goes down, bitter enough to wake us up. Now, guys, you see I got a whole bunch of things going on, and today we are going to make us a strawberry, blueberry shake smoothie kind of thing. So without further ado, let's build us our smoothie shake. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put ice first. Of course, ice is always going first, because we're going to blend this up. Let me just say it's a smoothie. And guys, for reference, on today's episode, we're going to bounce around from different topics, girl. We're going to fill it up with a decent amount of ice. Fill it up. And we're going to use 1 cup of almond milk unsweetened. And the reason why we're using 1 cup, because 1 cup is 30 calories, and we are counting our calories because, you know, summertime is coming. And of course, we are not trying to be a little bit on the heavy side. Hello. So 1 cup. I hope I don't make a mess. Okay, got it going. And we're going to put this off to the side. And we also have 1/4 of Greek yogurt, unsweetened as well. We're going to tap in our Greek yogurt, because we want the Greek yogurt to give it like a kind of smooth taste. We don't want it to just taste milky. We want it to have like a nice smooth texture. That's why I don't know if I want to call it a smoothie or a shake. So we added our 1/4. I love me some Greek yogurt. And now we are going to go in with our banana. And of course, we got to cut our banana in little pieces. And my banana is a little bit sweet, on the sweet side. So we're just going to break it in our shaker, because we are going to blend this. And then we're going to put in our strawberries. Push that in. Put as many blueberries as you would like. I did a handful, and then I also had like 4 strawberries cut up, because we are going to use some strawberries to garnish, and we can use some of the blueberries to garnish as well. And let's just put our strawberry on the side for garnish reasons and shake it up a little bit, and let's get the blending. Now, it really all depends on the texture that you want your smoothie to be. If you want it to be on a thicker side, then you have to add more ice and more yogurt. Now, if you want your smoothie to not be that thick, then you will not add as much almond milk, and you would add more ice. But if you like yours like mine's, a little bit watery, then follow the exact steps. And now, without further ado, let's pour us our smoothie. Ooh, guys, doesn't it look so yummy? And I did the exact amount. I don't know about y'all, but the blender that I use to blend vegetables, I do not use the same for my fruit. Ooh, and let's garnish. Let's garnish with some strawberries. Some strawberries on the top. Some blueberries. And we got to put our straw in there. Now, guys, you can't tell me this does not look good. And without further ado, first sip. Guys, it is really good. I think I should have added some honey to make it a little bit more sweeter. So guys, I just drizzled some honey. If you are the type of person that like your smoothies to be sweet, I suggest you to add some honey to it to make it really sweet. But if you kind of like your stuff to be 100% natural and raw, then this is the way to go. But let me take another sip because I added honey. Perfect. And before we start this episode, if you're looking for the High Value Woman workbook, if you're looking for the High Value Woman audiobook, or you're looking to get any type of tips, whether it be how to get a man to spoil you, how to hypnotize a guy, how to ask a man for money, feminine energy practice, guide to getting wifed up, you can find all of this on onesecretroom.com. Now, guys, we are talking about the different categories of men, because I feel like a lot of people don't understand that different strokes for different folks. So you need to understand that every man have their own category. Now, in the categories, we have the spender, we have the haver, we have the boyfriend husband material, and we have the cookie monster. Now, you may ask yourself, what are these categories and what do they all mean? I'm going to explain. Now, the haver is the man that is flashy with his money, looks like he has money, lives in a nice place, wear designers, but he doesn't spend his money. He uses his resources as a way to get women to sleep with him without spending any money. I'm pretty sure you know a guy that is a haver. He looks like he has money, but he doesn't spend no money. He likes to use the fact that he has rich friends, he has a nice car, he has a nice house as a way for women to sleep with him. And when girls finally do sleep with him, they find out that he's not giving them a cent or a dime, or he's not spending absolutely nothing because he has the resources, but he's not really doing nothing with the resources. Now we have the spender. See, the spender is the type of guy we all talk about, we all want, the guy that spends money. But the spender can be boyfriend husband material. But when I'm thinking of a spender, I'm thinking of a guy that's like a trick and someone who just likes to spend money on having a good time. Like he doesn't mind spending money on bottles. He doesn't mind taking you on vacations. He doesn't mind buying you things, but he doesn't really have any type of a loyalty to you because he literally likes spending money just because that's how he is and that's his lifestyle and he likes having a good time. But you so happen to be in his life at that moment, so he's just spending money on you because you're in his life at that moment. And I'm pretty sure we all know a spender that you fall madly in love with and he doesn't take you that serious because he feels like I'm just trying to have fun. The spender is the guy that's really, really fun. He's a fun guy. He's the one that just wants to have fun. He's the guy you normally meet during the summertime, because he has all the activities. But when it comes to winter, honey, he is not anybody to hold down. Hello. Okay. Now we have the husband boyfriend material. Now the husband boyfriend material is the type of guy that is serious with you from the initial conversation. Like he lets you know that he's ready to settle down. The husband boyfriend material is the type of guy that is already stable in life. Because man, if a man is not financially stable, he's not going to want to get married. That's how men are. We should all be aware of that. If a man doesn't feel like he's at a certain place in life, he's not going to want to marry you. That's just the truth. Now, husband boyfriend material is the type of guy that he's ready. Like he has all the resources and he's just looking to have somebody to share it with. He doesn't really want to be a spender, meaning that he's not just trying to have fun. He's trying to have fun, but also build a future with you. That is the husband boyfriend material. I think we all kind of want that. Those are the kind of guys that you meet at the end of summer, during fall, and then wintertime, you all shackled up, cuffed up with him. That's the type of guy you meet during the end of summer. And last but not least, we have the cookie monster, the dusty, the brokey. The one that just wants to put you on your back and add no value. He has no money. He claims to be a feminist. He's like, oh, I believe in women working hard. You can do whatever you want to do, baby. I'm here for you. And he uses what he has in between his legs to confuse you. All he does is try to get in your pants. And it's not only your pants. It's a whole bunch of other girls' pants as well. One thing about a cookie monster is he does not care what jar he goes into, but he's definitely going to have his hand in every single jar he sees. Hello. Stay away from the cookie monster. And you will always know when a man is a cookie monster because he's always overly flirting with you. He's always trying to, oh, what's up, babe? Or, hey, babe, or you look so beautiful. He's always showering you in compliments, but he doesn't make any action. His pickup lines are always, oh, why don't you come over to my house? I know how to make a nice meal. Or, oh, I can come over to your place and help you fix it. Those are always Cookie Monster's favorite lines because a Cookie Monster never wants to spend any money because he don't even have any money. But what he is going to do is he's going to make sure that he dips his hand in your cookie jar. And when he dips his hand in your cookie jar, he's going to make sure he hypnotizes you with the thing he has in between his legs. And all of a sudden, you don't even know that you're so infatuated with this Cookie Monster, not knowing that the only reason you're infatuated with this Cookie Monster is because he knows how to eat the cookie really well. Hello. Now that you know the categories of men, you have to ask yourself, what is it that you want? And you have to be very precise. Now, you may say, oh, I just want a sugar daddy. I just want someone to spend money on me. Okay, you want to spend it, but do you know that a spender is not going to be committed to you? And do you know that during winter, don't expect him to make you his main chick? Because sometimes, not all the time, most spenders do have a main chick that they spend all their money on and they really invest in while they just like to have fun with other girls during the summertime. You get what I'm saying? So you have to really decide, what do you want? What kind of man do you want? Do you want the spender? Do you want the haver? The haver is not somebody you should even have. The haver is the next caller immediately. Now, your next question would be like, okay, I know what kind of guy I want, but how do I know he's the right guy for me? Intuition. You see, I feel like us women, we like to ignore the fact that we are gifted with intuition. We are gifted with knowing what is for us and what's not for us. But the problem is that we like to contradict ourselves. And I want to tell you this, when you're trying to decide if the guy's for you or not, always follow your first intuition. If your first mind tells you no, then it's no. Don't sit there and say, well, but. Having a well, but is what makes you end up in situations you don't want to be in. And now you're stuck. So Follow your first mind. You don't want to have any regrets because that's what happens. A lot of women, they're in a relationship right now and their first mind told them, no, don't go with this guy. But because they felt like, you know what? He's the only guy available, or, he fits certain things, I could just settle for it. And now you settle and now you're stuck and you're trying to figure out a way to get out of it. Don't be that person. Always follow your first mind. Yes, you may say yes to a certain guy and he may not check off all the boxes, but as long as he check off the main boxes, that's what matters. So you need to be very logical when you're thinking about a guy you want to be with or whatever situation, whether you want to have a spender. Because to be quite honest with you, if you look at every marriage and a man that proposed to a woman, he never just marry a woman because he wants to just marry. Men are very logical when they get into marriages and relationships. They always make sure that there's a particular thing about that girl, why he made her the main girlfriend or why he made her the wife. You need to have that same logical mind when you're trying to decide on boyfriend, husband as well. Even when it comes to a spender. Because you may be like, oh, well, he spends a lot of money on me, blah, 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 blah. But you got to have in the back of your mind that, all right, well, he's spending money on events and lifestyle, but I need some more stuff. And that's the mistake a lot of girls make. Like, don't get so infatuated with material things. Don't get infatuated with what you see online with the girls getting flown out and the Chanel bags and the designer. No, don't get infatuated with that. If you got to spend in your court, make him invest in you. Get him to do certain things in your life that if he leaves today, it doesn't matter because that money is still going to be coming in. That's how you need to be thinking if you're going to be dealing with the spender, because some spenders can be stingy. Now, what do you do when you have a stingy spender? See, a stingy spender is usually a guy that may have been burnt in the past, and he's using that as a way to tell you, well, this is why he doesn't like doing certain things. You know how you flip the script in your favor? You always make him feel like you have a problem. That's how you get him to drop money. A stingy man who has money is only going to drop money when it's an emergency. So you got to always tell him, yeah, I need to pay my rent. Oh, yeah, babe, something happened to my car. Oh, yeah. Every freaking excuse in the book, you need to find it and tell him so he can drop that money. Don't sit there like, oh, he's stingy, so I'm walking away. You know he's really stingy if you tell him you have a problem and he says, damn, that's crazy. And you know he has the money. Next caller. If you know that man has money and he's sitting there not giving you money, even after you told him you have a problem, next caller immediately. Why would you waste your time? But the problem is that a lot of girls don't know how to go about things. They like to sit there and say, well, I want this bag, I want this shoe. Yeah, that's all cute and all that. Yeah, you want bags and shoes. That's cute because that's what everybody talks about, all the bags and shoes. But men who have money like to see that you're using their money for good use. They don't want to see you using their money just to like squander it and come back and ask them for more. They'd rather give a girl who they know, if they give her $2,000, she's going to go buy a MacBook because she wants to either go to school or she wants to start a business, then give a girl $2,000. I just want to go and buy a Louis bag just to post on Instagram. You get what I'm saying? These guys are smart. They're not stupid. Don't be thinking these guys are stupid. They're actually really smart. They know who to give what to. That's why you need to be the girl that's also smart as well. You can't be the one that, all right, well, he gives you $2,000 and the next thing you do is go to the Louis store because you want to show off for Instagram. Stop showing off for people. Don't care about showing off. Care about what you're actually doing. Like, all right, he just gave me $2,000. Damn. I need a new phone. I need a new phone because X, Y, and Z, or damn, I need a new laptop. Do that. And then get him for something else. Let him build your life. Don't use a man for money just for lifestyle. Because if you use him to build your life, you can create the lifestyle for yourself, but you need someone to be that help in hand. You know how everybody always talk about, oh, I want a destiny helper. That is a destiny helper. Don't misuse your destiny helper just because you want to show off online to your friends and people on Instagram that you live in this lifestyle that you're really not living. Because when that man with money goes, that lifestyle that you were enjoying goes immediately. So you need to have in your mind like, okay, if I'm going to buy me jewelry, I need to buy me jewelry that I know that I can sell and make money off of. If I'm going to buy me some Chanels, I need to buy me Chanels that I know that are investments. Buy things that are going to be investments to you. Do not buy things that are going to be a liability. That's a mistake a lot of girls make when they get a man with money. They buy things that are liabilities, and before you know it, the guy's out the window because he feels like you're wasting his money. Listen, no matter how rich any guy is, there's no man that want to deal with a woman that's literally wasting their money. Like, wasting their money. I mean, like, wasting their money to the point where it's like, all right, you know what? You don't even know what you're doing. And I can't be around someone that doesn't know what they're doing and they're all over the place. And yes, you know how they say birds of a feather flock together? That's why a man with money would like a woman to be a little bit knowledgeable on certain things, because he can't be around a woman that doesn't know anything and he's trying to have certain conversations with her and she's just like, yeah, babe, I just saw this Chanel bag that just came out. Can you buy it for me? Like, it's just like, oh, this is how that type of girl gets cheated on. And she gets cheated on with a girl that may not be as beautiful as she is, but the girl that he's with now may be more mentally stimulating. And you want to be that. You want to be the beauty with brains. You don't want to be the beauty with nothing, the beauty that's empty, the beauty with no plan. Because trust me, you'll keep a man with money faster by having a plan, by letting him know that, yeah, I'm thinking about doing this. You're thinking because he wants to be around that type of person. He wants to build an empire with a woman that's thinking. He's not going to want to build an empire with a woman that's not thinking about nothing. She just wants to, lay on her back and, yeah, I want this, I want that. And she's trying to show off for social media. Listen, it's 2023. These men are not stupid. They know what's going on and they know the game. And because they know the game, you got to be the MVP of the game, the most valuable player. Hello. And guys, I'm going to leave you with that. I hope this episode brought some clarity to you as a woman as to what you want and what type of guys that are out there and how you should navigate it. If you're listening on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, thank you for listening. I truly appreciate it. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. It truly, truly helps my channel. And guys, you already know the rest. Until we meet again.